what is your name?
My name's Ashton Allison.
Okay. And how old are you when you're in the relationship?
I started when I was 19 until I turned 20.
Okay. All right. So where did each of you live while separated?
I lived here in Baton Rouge because I go to LSU, and he lives in Texas, in San Marcos, because he goes to Texas State University.
Okay. And so I guess that kind of explains a bit. Why did y'all have to live apart?
Pretty much just for school.
Mm-hmm.
We met once we were already in college, so...
It just was what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. How long did y'all live apart? The entire relationship? When were y'all together? When were y'all apart?
We lived apart for the entire relationship, pretty much, except for when we would visit each other. Even during the summer, like I was here for summer school, and he was in San Marcos working, so pretty much the whole time we were apart.
Okay. When you two had conflict, how did you find it best to resolve the issue at hand?
I mean, I'm a communicator, and a lot of guys, especially my ex, like to just have their alone time when they're upset.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was like definitely a struggle, but just kind of trying to find common ground, like giving him space for a little bit and then coming back and talking about it, like once we both kind of cooled off.
Okay. And how often did you see each other?
Pretty much every 2 weeks. I think the longest we went without seeing each other was maybe a month. But that was pretty rare. It's pretty much every week to 2 weeks, one of us would visit the other or meet in the middle or something like that.
Okay. And how do you compensate for your time spent alone or like deal with loneliness? Like how did you feel the time that you'd be spending with a person?
I got a dog.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't know. I just keep spending time with friends. It's kind of like you're single half the time just because you don't like have that person in your daily life.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you pretty much just live life like you're single, but you're not. But yeah, I did have a dog that I give affection to, and I just pretty much spend time with friends.
Okay. How often did you find yourself daydreaming or thinking about your partner?
I mean, pretty frequently. Probably, I guess anyone in a relationship would.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of times, like, if I knew that there was a conversation that needed to be had, whether it was, like, a fight or just, like, something big that we needed to talk about, I'd always, like, think about it ahead of time, because you're not, like, with the person, so you have to you're going to plan it out, and then, I don't know, so I'd a lot of times, like, go over what I was going to say in my head before, like, I would have the conversation.
Okay, yeah. Okay, and so in general, how do you think your imagined interactions were helpful in maintaining your relationship, or were they hurtful in contributing to your breakup? As in, like, did you dwell on fights you had, or were the imagined interactions actually, like, better for the relationship?
I think it helped and hurt. Being able to, like, being apart did help, like, when we were fighting because you do have that cooling off period because you're not with the person, so you're not fighting all the time, and you have to, like, make time to have conversations. So a lot of times you, like, think it out before you really even have the conversation, or you have like a couple hours or a day to cool off and kind of get over it before you, like, blow up at somebody or something like that. It does kind of hurt too because you think about the relationship a lot and you don't actually spend a lot of time with the person, and that's difficult. And you have these ideas in your mind of, like, what it should be like or what it will be like when you see the person, and it might not, like, fulfill your expectations, and so that sometimes puts a stress on the relationship. So
Okay. You got it.
okay. Yeah.